I am an urban Indian. I live in an area of Regina that we call Moccasin Flats. And a couple years ago, it was voted in Maclean's magazine as one of the worst neighborhoods in Canada. And I am an APHA, meaning an Aboriginal person living with HIV and AIDS. I've been diagnosed with HIV for 2 years now. And 6 months after I was diagnosed, I approached my father and I approached my Kukum. Those are the two most valuable, important people in my life on what I should do with my secret. And ever since a little child, my dream was to always help my people. And, you know, realizing I couldn't be that lawyer anymore, and the rough life that I've came through and the path that I chose as well. I chose to make an example of my life. The most thing that gets me through my day is the importance of knowing who I am and my identity as a First Nations individual. Over a hard life of drug addiction, you know, and I lost a lot of memory, and thankful to my creator, in reviving that in me and giving me back my memory. And I look back into my past to who it was that I am. You know, I was ashamed. I was full of shame and guilt and hate for who I was as an individual. And going into prayer and seeking out cultural guidance from elders in my community is what's given me the chance and the blessings and the opportunity to accept and to basically come back to the self-love and self-respect that I should have as a human being. When I was in the streets, I was a human doing. Today, I'm a human being. I'm forever thankful and grateful to the people in my community, and they know who they are. And not only that, to people across Canada that I met on my journey. That seen that light in me that I couldn't see. I thought I was a bad person. I thought I was a lost cause. All I did was swear. I was angry at society. I was angry at social services for being a child in custody and care. I was angry and I was mad, and I was a fighter. I have scars on my body that say that I'm a fighter. Going back to my identity, I learned that I'm a compassionate and I'm a kind, caring, loving individual. That I'm not that hardcore Krista that everybody knows me to be back home in my community. I'm much more than that. And I exercise those values and those qualities that I found that I do have. And I appreciate those people that seen that light in me when I couldn't see nothing better for myself. Because they're the ones that guided me to that path and to my journey that I'm walking today. When I smudge, I find a pure humbleness and harmony inside my soul. And when I hear that music of that drum, it reminds me of a heartbeat, you know, and I feel alive. I embrace my life today. I embrace my surroundings. I'm thankful and I'm grateful to my Creator. I desire to learn all the skills, knowledge, different approaches to be able to talk to the youth, to be able to talk to the women, to be able to talk to our warriors. When I say warriors, I refer to them as my brothers, the ones, you know, that are head of the family. Back where I'm from, you know, it's the men that are in control of a lot of everything, you know. Sadly, the community I'm from, it's a lot of gang activity and a lot of drug activity and there's a lot of disease there. HIV, AIDS, HCV. I promote knowing your status. That's what I'm about. I took a risk coming out with my story But I find it a worthy risk. You know, it's worth it. It's because I just want people to know their status so that they could stop spreading this illness, you know. And I also promote loving yourself, you know, to go back to the bare basics of self-love and self-respect. And ever since I was a child, I always had the gift to gab, you can call it, but also had a fire, like an angry sense in me. A lot of people think when I'm speaking that I'm so angry, and I'm learning to control that and to use it in a positive light, because I'm in a position where what I say is important and people listen to what I say. And you know, that's from like policymakers, you know, people who do surveys and stuff like that. But what my main focus is for my brothers and sisters that are around me, to be able to bring that out of their soul, that real pain and that hurt inside that keeps them sick, that makes them not like themselves, that makes them hurt people, you know, that part of a human being, you know. I want them to start to speak up, because speaking is healing. It's the best form of healing, along with writing, are two of the best sacred ways I've learned to be able to walk in a good way. Hopefully one day, you know, even if it's just one person I could reach and talk into. And hopefully in the end, you know, my children to realize and know that their mom didn't just die and accept this disease called HIV. And today I fight, but I fight in a positive fashion. I want to educate and promote people, you know, make them aware of the illness out there. I thought I was invisible, and sadly I wasn't. At one time I regretted my disease, but today I see it as a way to reach out to my people. Today I have purpose. I'm somebody, and I have good things in me to share with the world, to share with my people across Turtle Island. Stigma, ignorance, discrimination that we face, not only from society, but how we treat our brothers and sisters when they find out that they are ill, is wrong and needs to stop. Because we're not invisible, you know. I say to people who want to sit there and point fingers at me and judge me, take a walk in my shoes. I know I've had a hard life, and I know there's people out there that had way harder lives than I have, and I can't even begin to imagine the pain that their souls have experienced. I just want to promote healing. Healing is very vital. And every day is a blessing, you know. I told people back home at the AHAN network, you know, when your family members or somebody comes up to you and tells you that they're HIV positive, embrace them, hug them. You know, sure, we have our family that's embarrassed, that's ashamed that we're ill. But, you know, imagine how we feel, you know? And every day is a struggle to get up. Every day is a struggle. I remember days I never even wanted to get out of my bed, you know? And just a simple thing is giving that person a hug, or even saying hello as you walk down the street. It could be the very bare thing that keeps that person alive. I know I'm a spiritual being, you know. You got the four aspects. You got mental, you got physical, you got emotional, and you got spiritual. Well, I'm a spiritual being, you know. And I do what makes me feel good in my soul. And I value that, I cherish it. And the harmony that comes from it, you know, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. Like every day is a blessing.